I've decided that enough is enough. I am going full on decluttering this house. The biggest decluttering I've ever done. It's going to be long, it's going to be miserable, it's going to be just not what I want to be doing. But the relief when you've at least done some of it is absolutely amazing. So you're going to get at least 2 more of these videos because I'm still going at it right now. I've still got footage in my storage ready to edit and compile and share with you. So if you like decluttering, and I mean deep, going into it, sorting through loads of endless junk and chucking it out, you've come to the right place. That noise in the background is my guinea pig munching on his cardboard box because, you know, they pick their moments and he's chosen right now to chill in his box. So I thought I'd start with the landing. I thought, well, I'm going to go up here and sort it all out because I need to get up in the loft. And for me to get up into the loft, I'm going to need to have a clear space. So best place to start? The landing. We've got just stuff everywhere, like, and I keep saying to people, do you actually want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? All the time. And I'm like, with their clothes, I'm like, can you just sort for your clothes for me, please, so that I don't keep washing the same stuff over and over again, putting it in your room for it to land on the floor, and then I chuck it out thinking it's washing again, and I'm just in like a circle. But I've got loads of board games here because I did originally have these in the airing cupboard, but where we've got so many bed sheets and so many towels, I had to remove them out of there. And not only that, they weren't getting played as much because they were in the cupboard. It's like, don't see it, don't play it. So I'm going to move those downstairs at some point. But I've organised them and put them all together so they've all got their pieces. And that's all good. So we've got just a bag rather than an entire shelf just for some boards. So I got the ladder out and I started putting stuff up that was already good to go and just popping it in the doorway because me and Nick are going to go up into that loft very, very soon and just literally clear it out. There's hardly anything up there now. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I've had the camera up there a few times and it was literally, you couldn't even see the floor. It is boarded up there. There is flooring, so it's not like it's just sitting there between beams and Christ knows what else. But we are going to get up there and completely finish the last of it because ideally I just want to have Christmas and Halloween stuff up there. So I've sped this bit up a bit even more because when I'm sorting through clothes, it is long. Like it can be a 40-minute video clip that I've had to edit down to like 50 seconds because otherwise you're just going to be like, what's going on? So the problem with decluttering is you're going to declutter an area, but you're going to make more mess because you're going to come back to it with more stuff. So you're going to find yourself going through it all and thinking you're getting somewhere, and then all of a sudden there's loads more there again. You've got to go through it all again. Or you might change your mind and you're going to make mess to get rid of mess. So don't stress it. If you're going through it and you reach that point where you think, I'm just not getting anywhere, you are getting somewhere. So just plough through it because the difference is made already. And I'm only on like, I'm going to say my first video because I don't really know how else to word it, but I already feel so much lighter. The house feels lighter. You know, we're walking around and it's not like dodging things at our feet. And it's our own fault. It's all of our own fault because we're hoarders. We're hoarders and we get stuck into daily life, whether it's going to work, sorting out the kids for school, sudden plans, after school clubs, all these things, food shopping, cooking dinner, the football's on, you know, we all want to sit and watch the World Cup every evening, and it's just, you know, life takes over, and with so many of us in the house, it's inevitable that we're going to have mess, and we do have mess. I keep changing my mind about that dress. I changed my mind about that particular cream long dress so many times, it's crazy. So I'm going through all the clothes that I'm going to donate to charity and all the clothes that I'm going to list on Vinted. Not a lot goes on Vinted. I'd say about 5% of the stuff that I get rid of goes on Vinted. The rest of it will go to charity. So I'm sorting through it all. I'm also going through what just needs to be binned clothes-wise. You know, if it's got marks on it, it's got tears in it and things like that. Things that I keep thinking, oh, I'll save that for when I dye my hair. Well, those days are gone anyway, so I don't need a hair dyeing t-shirt anymore. Oh, I'll save that for when I'm doing DIY. Or, yeah, but it's comfy. Yes, it's comfy. But that's another side to myself at the moment that I'm trying to tackle with. Not only the chaos in the house, but I'm also trying to tackle making myself feel comfy all the time. Like, I should be feeling comfy when I want to relax and unwind and get ready for bed. Not throughout the day, because if I'm feeling comfy all out the day, I'm not giving my best. Do you know what I mean? Do you see where I'm going with this? So I've come to the conclusion now that I'm always going to try and dress my best even if I'm just clearing the house. So at the moment, this hasn't kicked into my brain, as you can tell, because I'm literally just looking like, what's that bird called from Sesame Street? That's what the boys call me when I wear this. But I love this cardigan because it's super soft and it's comfy. But I've decided that it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm always going to try and dress my best because we've been blessed with another day. What else are we, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for to wear our bests? So that's the situation at the moment. So for me, comfy stuff is going to be for the evenings when I'm winding down. And if I'm doing like gardening and stuff like that, you know, heavy duty stuff. But other than that, I'm always going to try and dress my best. Comfortably, but you know what I'm saying. So this mirror, I've had so many people tell me, please, for the love of God, will you clean that mirror? And I know, but I'm on it. It was a mission because no matter what I did, it just kept smearing. But it looks a lot better than what it did. So I'm having a look and I'm debating and I'm like, oh, what do I actually want? Where do I start? It was just chaos. But when you feel like you're clearing through your stuff and your brain goes into that mode where it's like, this is absolute chaos, that's what you're feeding into your brain every single day, even without realising it, when you just let it sit like that. I've let it sit like this and I don't even know what we've got. I don't know what stuff there is. When my boy said to me, oh, where's the toenail cutters or the nail cutters? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, somewhere on the windowsill in my room. And they'll go up there so I can't find it. And then I have to go up there and hunt. And I can't find them. And it shouldn't be like that. Everything should have a place. And I know I've said this before, but I'm really, really determined to just get rid of it all once and for all because I cannot believe how much stuff we hoard. Like candles. I love a candle. But realistically, when do I light them? Not very often because I'm so conscious of the cats. And it's not something that I often do. I don't get myself sorted in the evening, go, I'm going to light some candles and just relax. It doesn't happen. I'm lucky if that can happen for me. But I'm like, no, candles, I don't need you. I might keep the odd one or two. You know, one in the toilet maybe, one in the front room. Probably not in the front room, to be fair. Probably one in the kitchen, you know, for a nice little scent. But other than that, I don't need all these candles. It's crazy. Thing is, when my house is completely cleared and we literally just have our essentials, and they're minimal as well. Clothes need to be minimal because we have far too many. I would feel more inclined to have little things like that. I won't feel like I shouldn't have candles around my house and stuff like that because my house is so cluttered. I wouldn't dare have candles in here. That's how bad it's got. Where you can't see the floor, where you're walking around going, oh, I still need to take that out. Still, why is it still need to take that out? It should just be, oh, that bag's there. I will take that down. That's the mindset I'm getting myself into. Is there something there needs taken down? Take it down. Up here on my windowsill. So I've been using, a lot of people have been commenting about my skin, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you so much. Drinking more water is essential. But the other thing is I've been using Nature Spell rosemary oil, which you can find in the hair section for some reason. It's hair and body, but it's in the hair section in Sainsbury's. But I've been using that on my face every single day. Like, oh, before I put my sun cream on or my night cream, whatever, I put on the Nature Spell rosemary oil into my face, neck, and across my chest. And it feels so nice on the skin and it's making such a difference. But the problem is, for some reason, it really clings to the windowsill. So I've now had to put like a little, one of my flannels down for when I'm using it because it drips down the side of the bottle and it's leaving marks. So it's a bit of a mission to pull up. But on here, the edging of the window frame, it's filling with like, just, I don't know what it is, just like black. So I used my tweezers to just scrape all of that out. And when I cleaned the windowsill, finally got it done, I was like, oh, that looks so much nicer. This is where I'm trying to clean off the rosemary oil that is like embedded and collected dust and Christ knows what else on there. So I was like, oh, this is nice. But I noticed the inside of the window frame. I was like, oh, God, it's all black. Like it's all dusty and it's just really grim. So I was like, right, I'm cleaning you over. So I gave it a clean. I'm using my old autumn winter spray. I think it's spiced pumpkin or something. I mean, it smells absolutely gorgeous. And I felt like I was just about to turn into autumn. It was giving me all those feels of like or the season changing, and I was loving it. Like I was literally, does anyone ever do that? Where you get a feel, you're nowhere near this moment in time, but you'll get a feeling of autumn's around the corner, and you know that you've got like another 3 months before that happens, but you embrace it and you pretend it actually is, just to enjoy that moment. It was really, really nice. So I'm cleaning over the radiator as well, because I've got hair products that get splattered on here, and because this is where I do my hair, this is where I do my face, and this is also where my son will come up and spray his hair and get it all pumped up and looking nice. So a lot of residue from hair products gets on that radiator. Now this is all the washing I've been doing in this heat. So because I've been going through so much, I've just been chucking it into this very large wicker basket, and it's been overfilling massively. I just keep adding to it, and I always say to myself, oh, I'll sort that later, and I haven't. So right now, even though I didn't want to be doing it, I'm sorting through it, and then I can just get it all put away into people's rooms. They can put their clothes away. I'm not doing it, but I'll put mine away, and that's another miserable job ticked off. So I came back upstairs, and this is the day where I started to decide, no, every day is a day to wear your best. So I'm always going to try my hardest, because it's going to make you feel good in yourself also. But I wrapped up some parcels that I need to send out from Vinted, and yeah, started finishing off more in this room. So as I said earlier, you're going to find yourself clearing something and then coming back and there's loads more to do, but that's just normal. So I was in a bit of a rush here, because I knew that the clothes collection will come around at any moment to collect all the bags off the street. So you know, you get those bags come through the door. It can be for anything. It could be breast cancer. It could be oh god, what's the one we've got today? I can't remember which one it is, but you get them come through, and then you can fill it with clothes, shoes, bags, belts and all that, and then donate them to charity. So I was like, right, they're due any second, so I'm just going to fill as much as I can with the other bags as well and get it out. So I think in total I'll end up taking 3 bags of stuff out, and then, you know, it's going to go to a good use. And not only that, it does save me taking it all the way to the tip as well. I mean, I know I'm going to go to the tip. There we go, there's the cream dress. I put it in there and I was like, actually no, I'll keep it. So yeah, always go with your gut. I mean, I might change my mind again at some point. The only reason I'm a bit dubious about this dress is because it's a beautiful dress. I love it, and that's why I keep being hesitant. But at the same time, I'm like, I just don't know what to put under it, because it is somewhat see-through. I need to invest in some like nude underwear and see if that will work, because I don't think white's going to cut it with that. I think I need, you know, flesh coloured to make it work. I can't remember what I was saying now. I can't remember, it's gone out my head. But yeah, I keep coming back to this corner and finding there's more, but that's because I've brought loads of washing up, so I'm having to sort it out again. And it's never ending. I've got so much of the rest of the house to do. I've got to do around the washing machine, I've got to do the front room, I've got to do under the stairs, I've got to do the boys' bedrooms, I've still got to do the rest of this bedroom. Where else have I got? The bathroom I'll have a snoop through. Kitchen cupboards I want to go through as well. So you've got so much more to come. Also, we're going to go up into the loft. I really, really want to get everything out of there. The only thing I haven't done today for myself is sort my hair out. So before I leave the house, because I am going out to have a doctor's appointment, I'm going to sort out a tuft that's sticking out on the back of my head. It's been bugging me. I keep playing with it. And twisting it and hoping it's going to like just go underneath the rest of the hair. But it just completely goes against my will and just flies itself back up in the air again. So I need to get onto that. Also going for all the kids' school uniforms, what's not needed anymore, because, you know, I've only got 2 in school now, which is absolutely crazy. So I've got 1 big bag to be taken out, and then I'm going to put all the rest of the school uniform that's being kept, I'm going to put into this bag just for now until I can find somewhere best to keep it. I don't like to keep the school uniform in the boys' bedrooms because they get lost. They don't tell me when they need cleaning. It would just be too chaotic. And then what will happen is they'll say, oh, I haven't got a PE shirt, and it will be their fault entirely. 100% it's their fault. But then I get all panicky and my OCD kicks in mad, and it stresses me out, probably more than it stresses them out. And so I like to have control over their school uniform. It's the only pieces of clothing of theirs that I have control over, and that is a school uniform. So I've cleared that bit, and then I'm going on to this bit here. So this is where I've chucked all the clothes that need to go in the wash or whatever. I've just chucked it all here. and I made a mess. But we've also got a big cardboard box here full of stuff that I don't even know what's actually in there. I think it was like intention was to bring it up, go through it and put it up into the loft, but it's actually been sat there for about 4 months now, and it could be longer. And I'm going to finally get around to going through it. Coat hangers get all tangled up here. Just, it's bad. It's really bad, and it shouldn't be happening, but it is. And I just don't want it anymore. I really don't want it. It just brings me down so much. I've got bags of kids' toys, which they need to go through as to what they want and what they don't want. And yeah, it's crazy. I am about to show you something, actually, because I came across something that's really like sentimental to me. And I didn't even realise it was in this box. But look at that tuft of hair. Look at it. Look at the tuft of hair just sticking up. I look like Ace Ventura right now. I found it. So here it is. So when I was 15 is when I started going over to Italy, and I flipping love Italy. Anyway, this is what I had with me. It's still got some old money in there. Look at that. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've still got this. So it smells lovely as well. It's in like a little leather pursey case thing. Smells gorgeous. But inside the zip up, I found a photo. I don't know if anyone will recognise this person. Maybe some Italians will recognise him. That's me at 15. And that was when I used to go to the studio of Eiffel 65. So he is the front man from Eiffel 65. I'm Blue Dabba. You know that song. He's the front man. And I went over when I was 15, and I rang the buzzer of their studio, and they were like, yeah, no, it's, you know, Gabri Ponte was there, but the other two weren't. And he was like, yeah, come in, you know, it's all good. So we went in, hung out with them all for a bit, because there was other people there, you know, behind the scenes people, hung out with them. And then they said, you know, you're more than welcome back. Well, that was the green light. That was the green light. Once the holiday was over, booked another one, went back, and finally got to meet all three of them. And I think we watched the World Cup with them. The World Cup was on at the time, and we watched that with them. And then, went back again. It was really, really, really good. So you got Gabri Ponte, who's still bringing out music today. Like he's a DJ, he's still doing stuff today. Then you've got Maurizio Lobina. He was the keyboard player. And then you have Gianfranco Randone, which is how I've got my name. Gabrielle was from Gabrielle Ponte, and Gianfranco Randone is where I took his surname, and I'm Gabrielle Randone. No strange reasons whatsoever. It's just because I really liked those names. So when I was 16, I instantly, the second I turned 16, changed my name from what I had when I was younger, because I didn't want it. And I was like, maybe I should go for something Italian. So what I did was just blended their names, and I took those because I thought that sounded quite nice together. Gabrielle Randone. So there you have it. So I have a lot of people say about how to pronounce my name. So I brought all the dirty washing downstairs. Little bit of history there for you. A bit of Gabby history that you probably didn't even want to know about. But I've shared it with you because it brought back a memory. And I really, you know, felt it. I was like, oh gosh, I can't believe I've just come across that. But that's the thing with decluttering. You never know what you've got, and you could find some treasures, or you could find so much junk that you just clear it all out. But I've got all the washing down. I brought the bin bags down, and I also brought out the charity bags. And I'm bringing out another charity bag from the back and taking them around the front. The England flags are flapping around all over the place, ready for tonight's match. So you probably won't even be watching this, because you're probably watching the England game. But, you know, there we go. These are the bags I'm taking out for charity. I've got 3 big bags, quite heavy as well, because I've rammed them full. And they are out for collection. I'm hoping they come soon, because I'm looking out my window and they haven't been yet either. And then, yes, I'm feeling already so much better. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see you in part 2.